Shall we go ahead and dive in to Final Fantasy XIV? Shall we do the thing that we're all here for? The answer is probably yes, or should be yes. I'm gonna drink some water first. Okay, so last time, the biggest thing that I remember is that I thought we had recruited a big old grown-up who was going to have intelligent life decisions and set an example for the rest of our party, because the rest of our party is either young or foolish, or young and foolish. I, however, underestimated Yugiri's emotional reaction to the trauma of everything that's happened. So she decided that she was going to do an assassination. Now, one of the, really unfortunate things about Yugiri's assassination idea, as has been pointed out to her, if she wants to assassinate the golf bag prince, because she wants to do what's best for her people, she should reconsider, because if he is assassinated or an assassination is attempted, either way, the people of Doma are going to be punished for it. And one might say, the people of Doma are already being punished, but they could be wiped out entirely, and they haven't yet been. So in a way, Yugiri's decision to move forward with her assassination is kind of selfish. She wants to do it because it feels like her personal sense of vengeance and fairness and honor, regardless of the consequences for other people, including the very people she's sworn to protect. And this is a thing that I think some of us may think that things like this are black and white. But have you ever been in a situation where someone is doing something wrong and you want the world you want the world to punish them, you want consequences for the wrong that they have done, but if you take action, there are other people who are vulnerable who will be hurt by that. And so then it becomes this contest between your righteous indignation at the wrong that they're doing versus trying to protect people who are vulnerable in a situation. I've been in that situation not all that long ago, and I wasn't sure what the right thing to do was, and I ultimately decided what felt like the right thing for me to do was to not take action, because I didn't trust that the consequences would fall on the head of the right person at all. And also, I was fairly confident that the consequences would hurt other people who I wished to help instead of hurt. So, and I've had this conversation with other friends who have been in similar situations and kind of come to the conclusion that as much as it would feel good to try to take down the bad guy, so to speak, what are you going to accomplish by taking down the bad guy or trying to take down the bad guy? Are you actually going to take down the bad guy? Will taking down the bad guy actually have ramifications for other bad people or badness in the world? Will you be able to avoid hurting innocent people? And will innocent people be hurt in the aftermath of what you do? And in a story that is simplistic, you go after the bad guy, you get your revenge, and everything works out. Well, in real life, it doesn't work that way most often. You'll see stories where people will come out about, bad workplace practices or abusers or various things like that, and then the people who get punished and suffer for it aren't the people doing the harm. And Final Fantasy XIV has enough of a dark and a realistic view. Even if Yugiri were to assassinate the prince, which I don't think she's going to, but even if she were, what would come of that? We have to find another way to solve this problem and mitigate the likelihood of the destruction of the people of Doma. Because frankly, the safety and well-being of the people of Doma should be more important to her than her personal sense of honor. And I think that that is something that Kyan's son, whose name I have forgotten, has down. Is he's kind of like, what do the people want? What do the people need? I can't just go out there and be all righteously heroic. Hien, thank you, Careless Dragon. Like he can't just fix it by being noble. You can't. There are stories in which you can. This is not one of them. The real world is not one of them. It sucks that that's the case. But that doesn't mean that you can't find solutions to your problems. They're just harder and more complicated than that. And we desperately need everyone we have to pull together. And so Yugiri is doing the exact thing that I wanted her to be an example of not doing, you know? Because, you know, we have our hot-headed young folks who want to just run out there and stop the bad guys and repeatedly have to be told, not only will you fail to stop the bad guys, but you will wind up bringing something down upon the heads of the very people you are trying to save. Again and again, that's come up. And I said, Yugiri is going to be our grown-up. We need somebody. And now she's going to go do this worse than anyone else because nobody can just like reach out and grab her and be like, sit down, Lise. You know? But she needs it. And I wonder if we're going to have a chance to stop her. Like at this point, if she gets killed or worse, like there's really not much I can do to be like, that's unfair, you know? I mean, like, it's not fair because nothing that the Empire is doing is fair, but also, like, she needs to not do that because she's jeopardizing everything. We are going to strike back. We're not just going to sit on our butts this whole time. But that's not the way to do it. If your goal is to actually make things better, you have to ask yourself, what is better? Am I willing to sacrifice myself and other people to try to do what I think the right thing is? And you can ask yourself that question, but in this case, I would absolutely try to stop you. So yeah, shall we move on? Yeah, I know, right, Careless Dragon? Like Alice has a little more common sense than Lise does, despite being the youngest member of the party. Gosetsu just charges right on in without really understanding the situation around him. I was like, Yugiri is mature. She's got herself together. She's got her head on straight. No. It turns out the answer to that is no. She sees, as Drew says, she sees that the golf bag prince is here and could be assassinated. And she's like, I can't not assassinate him. And I'm like, but you could. You could not assassinate him now, and we can take him out later. Especially because he's going to get this special sword that he's going to be given, and bad things are going to happen. But, you know, she's going to do what she's going to do. So let's see what Gosetsu has to say. Gosetsu thinks that she's going to realize that she's doing something dumb. He's like, but you can run after her if you want. Oh, Gosetsu. Yeah, he does things without thinking. Instead of, he's got different problems than Lise and Alice. No, Lise, no. If Lise is saying it's a good idea, that's how you know it's not. Didn't Alice went to go recruit, not recruit, but bring back her brother, I think. I'm trying to remember. All right, hold on, I gotta go here. I need to make a new outfit soon to be in Doma. Lise would really like that. She definitely would. Don't have the raging demon, Lise. It's not good. Okay, hold on. There we go. I knew if I hit buttons eventually I'd get the right one. Valley of the Fallen Rainbow. Probably could have teleported somewhere, but I don't think it would have been the right answer. Oh man, once again, I'm going to comment on the fact that Gensui is the fan nickname for the Suikoden series, which we are very close to beating Suikoden 2 on Tuesdays, by the way, if you are... Well, Lee said it was stupid and reckless, but she's also like, well, she's gonna do it anyway, so might as well go for it, right? And I'm like, please no, don't. But yeah, if you want to join us for the end of Suikoden 2, you're welcome to. Otherwise, on Tuesdays, we will be switching to Metroid Fusion, so we can get to Metroid Dread at some point. And then I think we've got Horizon Zero Dawn on the horizon. Hold on, did I do that wrong? Oh, there's she. No, that's not her. That's somebody else. Hello, friend. Hello, Fukata. Can you tell me where she went? Yes, Lise No is definitely a recurring theme. But when Lise is like, Yugiri's doing something dumb, but I feel like she's like, well, it's a dumb idea, but she's gonna do it anyway. Maybe she'll succeed. And I'm like, Lise. Lise No. Something smells. What does this have to do with smell? Oh, never mind. This is not plot. Never mind. Okay, look, whatever. Okay. Okay, never mind. Side quest. I can't read maps. I know, right, Blue Glass? I'm excited about it. I need to play Fusion first, though. Now that I know that Fusion is, or now that I know there's gonna be a sequel to Fusion. So we'll see whether I've gotten better at Metroid games since I was last. Thanks, Careless Dragon. I appreciate that. I will try not to get myself murdered in the meantime. I'm gonna do all this stuff first, though, and then we'll proceed with main story quests because we started this. Hold on. Somewhere around here. I should just do these quests separately. Hold on, am I doing this wrong? I'm doing this wrong. Sorry, my camera is in the way of my map. Is that okay? Can you see me now? Alright. Sorry, folks. Should I do this quest? So I've had a bunch of friends, like, just surpass me where I am in this game, like, really quickly. And I'm just like, man, why am I the slowest player ever? I really am. I'm like, astonishingly slow. Oh, I should do more of these quests, shouldn't I? But not right now. Okay, hold on. There we go. Who needs to worry about damage? Not me. I appreciate you all sticking with me. So I didn't play with my pony friends today, so I don't have any... Oh, look, here she is. Hi, Yugiri. I should be helping you, but I'm gonna do this first. I appreciate you folks sticking with me as I am the slowest person ever to play this game. Like, one of my friends started Stormblood a little after I did. He's already getting through Shadowbringers. Yes, no, it is true. Because I only play once a week, that is definitely a big contributing factor. And that's why it took me 3 years to get where I am. Because for a while there, I was playing once a month. So, like, this is actually like Lauren playing the most Final Fantasy XIV that's ever been played by a Lauren. Oh, I thought that was, like, a cool special thing. Hold on. Oh, let's not get eaten by the tiger. I don't want to get eaten by a tiger. This looks like entirely the wrong way. This looks like the way to become tiger dinner. I don't want to be tiger dinner. I want to be... Yeah! Apparently. Not me, though, folks. So I tell people I'm basically immune to addictive gameplay in most cases. Do you see what I mean? You see how much I play this game. This is more than I've ever played it. One could say that I am not retaining much from this game. But it's honestly, I'm really glad to be streaming it because that means that when I can't remember things, somebody is there to be like, no, Lauren, that's this guy. That's that guy. remember that guy? And I'm like, oh yeah, there's that guy. Oh, okay. Hold on, I'm trying to figure out where that is. I don't think it was Hojo. I think it was something else, but it's gonna be like, you're too far away. No, okay. But yeah, like, I'm just not very, I don't get motivated to, like, play games. Well, we'll return that quest later. I'm not motivated by things that aren't, like, story, generally. And a lot of the stuff that is ongoing with this game that people play again and again isn't story specific. So, shall we go ahead and progress with the main story quest, which is what we're here for? We're gonna do this. See if we can talk Yugiri. So it's possible that we will actually talk her out of doing this, or we'll go with her and stop her from doing it. And then all of my worries about what she's going to bring down upon the heads of the people of Domo will be okay, you know, it won't be an issue. That'd be great. Let's find out. That's a bird. Why is she talking to a bird? How is she talking to a bird? Yugiri, why are you talking to a bird? When did you become a bird talker? Is that a ninja skill? No, he didn't. He told me that he wasn't going to. But I am going to stop you anyway. No, I don't agree with your chosen course. I think it's really bad. Yeah, and then he's going to be gone. This is not... No, Yugiri, no. Okay, L'Oreala. I disapprove of what you're doing, L'Oreala. This is a bad idea. Okay, well, she's not going alone. I will follow her to try to keep her from dying. That is true. No, if you kill him, that is not going to stop the Empire. It's going to take more than... You can't just kill one man and stop the Empire. That's not how it works, Yugiri. I know it would be so much simpler if it were. Yes, if she kills the Crown Prince, it will not stop the war. It will not stop the Empire. It will make everyone else really mad. I don't know if the Warrior of Light is supposed to think this is a good idea or not. This is why I would like to have a pre-made character in games like this, because if you're trying to play as yourself or as another character, you're going to come across things that you were doing that wouldn't make any sense, that you wouldn't choose to do. If the Warrior of Light has a personality, and that personality is someone who sticks by their friends no matter what, or someone who is idealistic and thinks we can do this, or someone who is convinced of the justice of this, or someone who thinks they can go along with Yugiri and stop her from doing this before it goes too far. Those would be completely reasonable reasons for the character to make the decision to accompany Yugiri on this mission. But we're not playing a character. We're playing a cardboard stand-in for a character. And even people who have fleshed out, developed personalities and backstories for their characters, from what I've been told, primarily separate their character's backstory from, and their character's personality and their character's everything from the Warrior of Light story, which makes sense. But you have to have, I think, a certain degree of almost cognitive dissonance in that case to be like, all right, because I'm like, L'Oreala, if I'm playing her the way that I would play a red mage played by Lauren, she would be a meddler she would be involved and invested in talking to everybody and wanting to solve problems, wanting to talk her way through everything, wanting to stick up for her friends, etc., etc. But she wouldn't do this unless her intent was to try to stop Yugiri. Not because she doesn't want to take out the Crown Prince, but because this is a stupid decision. For the ultimate goal, which is to save, like, here Yugiri is thinking, I'm going to save Doma, I'm going to save, Alamigo Girabania? Look at me, remembering names. Yeah, that's why I chose it, Rack, because that's the closest way that I can make it mesh with my understanding of the situation. And I would be totally down to play a character who is hot-headed and runs in after Yugiri. Like, yeah, we're gonna do this. I'd be totally, I mean, I'd be like, oh my god, guys, come on. No. But I'd be totally fine with it. Because I don't actually like playing games where you can role play as a character. Like, this is why I don't like BioWare games. Because technology cannot actually deliver a role-playing experience that way. If I play a tabletop game, I do not expect to be railroaded. If I play a tabletop game, I expect everything to hinge on the characters, what they would do, what they choose to do, the world that they are in, and the actions that they take, the people that they meet. I expect it to be entirely customized. I don't play with many people because I'm very, very particular. And when I run a game, that's how I run a game. But if I'm playing a game like this, I want a storyteller who is good at telling stories to guide me through a story with a character. So things that kind of do things halfway in the middle just don't work for me on either side. Alright, we're gonna go make some poor choices. This is ominous. This is ominous. This is ominous. Yep. Oh, child. Oh, child. Come on, Stormblood. Don't do this to me. Did you hear the bird? So he's either going to turn us in or he's going to try to stop us. We are doing exactly what these people told us not to do, and exactly what they are scared of us doing, so. This way. Look at that shiny bird someone's got. Oh, is that a butterfly? I don't know, but it's very impressive. I'm going to follow them. Glittering basin. That is a really cool pony. This is pretty cool looking. Oh, look at that! Somebody has really damaged that. So it looks to me as though those might have been originally like gates of like part of like the gates of Doma. And then the Imperials added those things to make walls. And so presumably the damage there was the Imperials blowing stuff up. And then they mounted that stuff, their Magitech, on the gate to make a special wall. Oh, rice patties! Oh, these are rice patties, aren't they? Oh, that's some like clever design work. Yeah! Sorry, hold on. 220 yalms to the east. Hold on. Is that even doable? Hold on. We're gonna go get some wind things. Sorry, you gotta deal with me singing along with these things that are tuned a little differently. Northwest. Aha! I found you, Aether Current. I found you. Oh, what's in here? A Is this the way it was supposed to go? It's the way it was supposed to go, isn't it? Well, I didn't go that way. It's so pretty. Like, this is a very, very, very beautiful region. 319 yalms to the south. Okay, so that was the one that I was originally going for. I just completely overshot it. That's okay. I'm trying to keep up with these, like actually keep up with these, so that I don't have to go around and get them all later. Southeast. That's this way. Oh! Hold on. Southeast some more. I love the idea of like just leaping off of cliffs like it's nothing. Okay. 27 yalms to the east. That's, which way is east? This way is east. Okay. So it'll be like right around here somewhere. Come on, where are you? Where are you? Oh, probably up there. Probably up there with a weasel. That's a weird looking weasel. It doesn't really look like a weasel. It looks more like a, I don't know, a badger? Are badgers, actually hold on, are badgers mustelids? Because if so, that would make sense. Does anybody know if badgers are mustelids? Okay, thank you, Itzina. Yeah, so the mustelids, mustelidae are the, they are, weasels, otters, ferrets. I love them so much. So much. Southwest. Okay, so we're gonna have to go this way anyway. So when I looked at that, and I was like, that looks like a badger, and I was like, wait. It's because I love mustelids, and it makes sense that it's related to them. They're so great. I am just a huge fan of little smartasses. And that is true of the animal kingdom, as well as fictional people, real world people, historical figures. Doesn't matter. I like them all. So, oh goodness, that looks like somebody just got raided. That's no good. I could help them. I don't know what the rules are about that, though. Like etiquette and stuff. I also like corvids, which are the bird equivalent to that. And, oh man, that's way west. And, squirrels, which aren't actually related in any way, but they have the right spirit for Lauren. Okay, hold on. Let's try not to get attacked by anything. How does that sound? I'm gonna have to swim. I bet I'm gonna have to swim. I've been through here before though, because I decided not to do what I was supposed to do. Oh my god, Fates have good music. Did you know that? Did you know Fates have good music? Now you know. I really need to switch those because I continuously do mount things when I'm trying to do Zoro things, and Zoro things when I'm trying to do mount things. So I just need to fix that. Alright. Okay, northwest. Alright. Goodness, there's a Bifang. Okay, hold on. So she's gonna be hanging out around this place. My footsteps are perfectly in time with music. Sorry, folks. We just have to listen to the music and ride around like this. How often does this happen? God, these guys are big. Oh, that guy's got the really don't mess with me thing. Doesn't he? Okay, so I don't want to mess with him. He's like in the like super don't mess with me. Okay, I'm not gonna mess with you. I'm not gonna mess with you. I'm not gonna mess with him. I'm tempted, but I'm not gonna do it because I know what happened the last time I did that. It was a bad decision for everyone. Mostly me. I thought there was one of those things here. Oh well. I guess I'll go where I'm supposed to go. And I'll stop trying to get all of the... Ah! Okay, hold on. I can do this. Yuzuka Manor. Yuzu. Yuzu is a very delicious fruit. Oops! Well, that's not quite what I was trying to do, but I suppose this is where we are now. Hello, little guys. What's up, little friends? Yes. Well, I just told you that. Oh, the music changed. Okay. The estate of the magistrate who once governed over the surrounding village. Ah, right. All right. Good gift for the people of Nomai. Oh, okay, so they're friendly neighbors. So just that one guy's really crummy. Okay, I'm sure that's not going to come up in some sort of a side quest or something. Oh, that's right, I did not come in through the front door. Well, look. Some of us go through the front gates and some of us go clattering across the rooftops and fall down. Oh. Tea makes them drunk. Oh my god. Oh my god. Do you see this guy flipping around? Being drunk and adorable. Hello, Gyoboku. Quite literate. Yes, I believe your handwriting is beautiful. Oh, good. We're gonna have the civilized versus uncivilized. This is not good. That's not a good sign. This is a really nice version of this song. Okay, that would appear to be everything there is to do here. Oh, hello. Okay. Okay, we're gonna go north. Oh my god. Sorry. The Namazu are really, though they seem pretty adorable. That one guy was very kickable, but none of the rest of them have seemed to be as kickable. Hold on, I really want to get this thing. Let me see if I can get this thing. It said it was gonna be north. I'm north! To the east. Alright, 37 yalms to the east. That's like, I'm like on it. Where is it? Sorry. 38 elms to the west. I'm failing. I'm sorry, folks. I'm letting you down. I'm failing. How do I go? I'll get it eventually, I swear. Let me up the thing. Oh, I see. There it is. It's up there. Okay. I see you have flown up there, but I did not. Alright. Got it. We did it. Alright. Excellent. They're just like all over the place here. Okay, we're gonna... Okay, we're gonna do it. Let's not fight these guys because I remember thinking they're hard in Final Fantasy VI. I think they're in 6. I assume they're in 6 because they look familiar. This is the Final Fantasy VI expansion. It totally is the Final Fantasy VI expansion. Northwest. Alright, hello Koja. Please don't mess with me. I don't want to get messed with. I'm just trying to attune to the wind. Okay. There we go. Oh, hold on. Maybe I should I'm gonna go do the plot first, and then we'll come back up here. I think. I assume. Find her or it's your blood. Oh, that doesn't sound good. What are you doing here with rituals, folks? This doesn't sound good. Okay, don't fight the Koja. Don't fight the Koja. I don't want to fight the Koja. Okay. Yugiri! We're gonna get in trouble. This is not a good idea. Yugiri. This is gonna be bad. Okay. I can't wear any of... Oh, yes, I can. Woo! Okay. Alright. Let us continue. I want to... Okay, I'm just gonna go get this thing. Hold on, we're gonna do this. Kinko. Let's see what Kinko's problem is and see if I can solve it for them. I really appreciate this instrument that they're using. Alright, here we go. I got it. Hear that sound? The sound of the wind. Oh, that's pretty far away from here. Okay. Well, we're good. Alright. Yugiri. You win! I've stalled as much as I can stall here. Those two are saying the same thing. I don't think they're supposed to do that. Sloppy! Oh, that sounds really cool. Do I have to do them all in one run, Drew? Because maybe we can do that as a team eventually at some point. These are so cool looking. Hello? My guess is that it's probably too hard for me, but this location appears to be ideal for concealment. Well, we could do that if we had enough people around to play, but I think that we don't right now. So we're gonna make some poor decisions. Escorts of no consequence. She completely disregards them. You don't know that that's true, Yugiri. Alright. Yeah, that's what it sounded like. Anything that has like a super something, I assume is going to be really hard, but... Alright. Well, maybe we can come back and do that someday. That sounds exciting. I'm as ready as I'm gonna be. I'm above the level. Oh, I should probably continue my Red Mage quests, shouldn't I?
He comes.
That's a good line. Not he's coming, but he comes. He's so big and sparkly. Look at how sparkly he is. His Magitech armor is Magiteching. You're not going to be able to get him, Yugiri. You have no chance. No chance at all, Yugiri. None.
The village is not far, my lord. If it please you, we shall escort you there directly.
And right, as I have had explained to me multiple times, this is not this guy's name. This is his title. I have now learned. I don't know how many times you folks have told me that, but I have finally learned it. God, he's got such a dumb hat. It's got a bat on it, or a dragon. Is that a dragon on your head?
Less a province than a graveyard. The rotting husk of a broken nation devoid of proper sport. But as his radiance wishes...
Yeah, the fact that he's like, there's no sport. Like, that's just, you're just gross. Xenos. You're just a gross person. Because it is the rotting husk of a broken nation. But the tragedy there is not that there's no fun adventures for you to be having.
Yes, of course, my lord. And may I say how terribly sorry we are that you had to come so far.
It's the silence.
We labored long to sow the seeds of hatred, of fear, to train them as beasts. Now we shall see the harvest.
Oh, that's not good. What are you doing? What? I mean, they were rounding them up for a purpose, and we didn't know what that purpose was. But they are rounding them up for a purpose. Are they trying to turn them into a beast tribe, to be desperate enough to summon some sort of a primal to harvest? Because the Empire has absolutely used its Magitech to try to capture and utilize the power of primals in the past. I remember that. If I remember that, it definitely happened. It must have been a really big deal for me to remember.
Let there be savage beasts baying for blood, and not hollow-eyed prey cowering in the dark, or there will be no joy in this hunt.
Yeah, when you have no actual challenges in life and you have to make up challenges for yourself that involve torturing other people, you should just be stopped. Just don't do that. She talks about the joy in killing so they can be BFFs. Set them both on fire. Not my worst solution, but not now. Yugiri, this is not gonna go well. She's gonna get herself killed. This is a nice way of establishing how incredibly good she is at what she does, though. Like the fact that she drops his goons like they're literally nothing when she says they have no consequence. God, this little guy's voice like cracking on that word.
Shinobi? And me without my brute.
She's like, man, my hammer guy's not here. Ugh, how inconvenient.
How weak you are. Is this the sum of your hate?
This is only the beginning. For Lord Kayed! For Dom!
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut her off. Oh, I'm here too. Alright, L'Oreal, we're doing this. This is going to be a very bad idea.
Mayhap I shall test this new blade of yours. Let us hope it is to my liking, lest your misfortunes compound.
So my running theory about this guy, just to remind you all, is that somehow he is using his golf bag to use the story behind these swords to imbue them in some sort of energy, or with some sort of energy in a way that is similar to Primal's. How? I don't know, but that's what Magitech is for. What is... Oh, there, right, it's that sword. What does that look for to you?
Then again, I am loath to expend such effort on the unworthy. Come, earn the honor.
She is waiting for him to use that sword for some reason. I wonder why. She doesn't seem like she's going to backstab him. I will be shocked if she does. That was reminiscent of Matoya's theme for a minute. Yeah, maybe she's more likely to survive. Do I have to? I don't have to. I can just take you out. Oh shoot, hold on. Okay, wait until I can get my Zoro out, alright? Oh geez, oh that's not good. I didn't like that. Stop that. Don't do that. I'm not scared of him. I don't know if I'm supposed to be. Like, yeah, he's really tough and all. He's no Luca Blight. Okay. Okay, hold on. Oh, I see. He's turned his dudes into lightning things. That's not very nice. You're not a very nice man, you know that? Has anyone ever told you that? Oh, I should probably focus target him so I can pay attention to what he's doing, but... Oh no! He concentrated vividly me. Okay, hold on. Let's not be standing here.
This day you die!
Oh, is she dying? I don't want her to die.
Leave this to me.
Okay, she's got it.
All right.
What? Hold on, no, I need to Zoro you. Okay. Oh, he unsheaths his sword. Hold on.
Let us put you to the proof.
Hold on. No, Lauren, get out of there, L'Oreal. Oh, jeez. I keep accidentally locking on, as you can see. That's what did it here. That shouldn't have been so hard. I'm disappointed in myself. I was doing much better than that. But then I accidentally locked on, and I didn't get a chance to run out of there. We'll continue on normal mode and see how we do. I feel as though the weakest part of this story is the villains. Yotsuyu is interesting. But not in the kind of way that makes a scene like this interesting. If that makes sense. I do like the way he slowly walks towards you there, though. Like, this is very effective. Like, they can make fights cool, but right now, like... One of the things... I'm sorry, I'm gonna criticize the story here some more. If that, if you don't mind. Oh man, okay. I don't know whether outrunning that actually makes a difference, but... Oh, he does that and then it, No? And then it makes his guys into lightning rods. Got it. So I try not to be overly critical of things when I play them. Yeah. Okay, we're all very impressed. We're all very impressed, sir. Stop! That's not what I meant to do, but that's what I did. Alright. Oh no! You used electricity. It was not super effective. Okay, I probably want to not be here. Oops! That hurt. Oh, I don't get to avoid this. Yes.
This day you die.
You twisted. Yes, that is a good way of putting
Leave
it.
this to me.
Alright.
All right.
Okay. I need to not...
Let us put you to the proof.
No, I must fight on. I must.
Can I heal her?
Run, beast, run!
I can't. Okay, Dark Reflection. Oh, that's what I want. That's what I want to kill over here. Hold on. What are you doing here, sir? Being a bad news boy. I don't think I want to let you hit me.
Give me something to remember.
I'm working on it. If I could just not auto-target you, that would be better. Okay, hold on. I gotta probably keep myself healed up. Oh, hold on. Are these things I can target? No. Get out of there. Oh, geez. That's a better one. That's better to be hit by than the other thing. The other thing will kill me. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. I got the power of the planet on my side, dude, and you are just a butt that nobody likes. Like, seriously, who likes this dude? Nobody.
Run, beast, run!
Oops.
Don't stop now.
Oh, this isn't good. Oh, the Dark Reflection is over there. Hold on, we gotta go kill that. Oh. Zoop, boop, boop. No, stop that. Stop that. Stop that, Lauren. Okay, hold on.
Run, beast, run!
At least we're doing some damage to him. Okay, here we go. Dark Reflection. I'm gonna kill you.
Give me something to remember.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it, buddy. I should probably heal myself. Oops. Okay, I should definitely heal myself now. Alright, hold on. No, that's the wrong thing. You're supposed to do this one, Lauren. Ha!
Run, beast, run!
Oh, there's your Dark Reflection. Hold on.
Don't stop now.
I'm not stopping. I'm not stopping. Don't worry. We're still doing this. No, you stop that. I don't want you to do that. How are you recovering health? Do you also have Vercure? You butt? You're a butt. I don't like you. Oh, that's not good. Hold on. Oh. Down for the count. That's not good. Okay. Alright. So right now, I have no personal investment in my feelings about this guy. I just think he's a really uncool villain. He's generic.
Ah, I remember you. Al Amigo, the champion of the savages.
Like, I don't even hate him in an interesting way.
Look ye where the sun doth rise, see crimson embers darkening skies. Look ye where the sun doth fall, see azure lost amidst the squall.
Yeah, he's total. That's exactly what he's doing. That's what he's doing. Wait, what just happened? What just happened? What just happened? What just happened? Did Yugiri manage to poison him? What just happened? What just happened? You're not gonna pretty boy impress me.
How right I was to spare your life.
Oh, I broke his mask some. Okay. Sorry.
Hear me, hero. Endure. Survive. Live. For the rush of blood. For the time between the seconds, live. For the sole pleasure left me in this empty, ephemeral world, live.
Like, that could be really interesting. They could actually do something really interesting with somebody who's like, I literally don't feel anything except when I'm fighting. Like, there is nothing, I have no challenges in life. Everything has been too easy for me. The only way that I can feel that I have any consequence is when I find something that's actually hard enough. I've known people who have that kind of mentality of everything is too easy for me. No, Yugiri. Yeah! No, Yugiri. We knew this was going to happen.
You are not worthy.
He's gonna kill her? No? Who's come to save the day?
Get away from them, you imperial dog!
Alright, I take back everything I said about this scene. This is what's interesting about this, not him. Nothing about him is interesting.
You must flee.
The people rising up, that's what's interesting. The conflict of the people trying to find hope, trying to stand up against the undefeatable enemy. That's what's interesting. That's what's good. This is what's good.
We're not going anywhere, do you hear me? We're not running away!
Yes!
What you're doing is stupid and reckless, and I never wanted any part of it, but here we are! I've spent my whole life hating myself. For every time they made me beg, for every time I held my tongue to protect the people I love.
I'm so glad this kid is here.
And then you came along and reminded me of all the things I never said and never did, and it was even worse. I would have given anything to forget, to walk away. But I knew I'd never be able to live with the guilt.
Like, this is good because it's not just this, like, clear heroic moment. It's not like, yes, we got through to the people and now we're going to save the day. It's not. It's ugly and it's painful and it's complicated and it's dirty. And that's what's good about Stormblood. It's a tangled mess.
So we came, all of us, for you, for ourselves, for Doma!
This is what makes Stormblood good.
Death is death, regardless of the reason. Yet you seem determined to die. intruding upon this sacred ground, turning weapons you can scarcely wield upon me. Your lives will not even begin to redress the balance.
Yes, so the voice acting is excellent. The kid's voice acting is fantastic. And even Xenos' voice actor is delivering the character that he is. I like that he just looks like some guy.
How wrong you are!
Yes! Oh my god, are they both here? Did she bring him? What are they gonna do? Yep, thank you. Okay. Yay, Mercure! I've got that one too. See? Amazing.
Go, now! Gusetsu, see to Yugiri.
Okay. Friendship.
Hi.
This is definitely
I can't see a damn thing. Someone stop them!
smoke bombs, see, because we're in the land of the ninjas. Whatever, Xenos, you want it to be interesting.
My lord?
She doesn't understand. Because he was just complaining that the people were too easily beaten and it wasn't going to be much fun. So he's thrilled. He's like, this is great. I hope that they lean more into what's interesting with their antagonists. Because they do have interesting stuff going on with the antagonists. Yotsuyu is interesting. Her as a foil to the protagonist cast. That's interesting. And her counterpart in Girabania is interesting. Excuse me. I will never remember her name. But you know what I'm talking about. Because she and Yotsuyu are the same. They are counterparts. Fordola, thank you. I'm just gonna... One of these days, maybe I'll remember her name. But I'm remembering many more names than I've ever remembered in the past here. Yeah, no, he's... Well, the thing is, though, Karsten, as far as I can tell, it's not just that he's like, this is a worthy opponent. It's that everyone is rising up. And he was just complaining about how boring it is that nobody was... That everyone was beaten down. So he's like, yes, this is going to be interesting. If they had made him a whiny little brat, that would have been an improvement. Because then I would be like, oh my god, will you stop? Which is great. Because then I would be... It's like... I hated Nidhogg. I hated Nidhogg. I was just like, I hate all the dragons. I hate Nidhogg so much. Will you shut up and stop just being awful? But that's good. Like, people would be like, no, really, Heavens, we're good. I'm like, no, you don't understand. I like how much I hate Nidhogg. This is great. This is adding to the experience. I'm going to complain about him every time he shows up. And anytime we beat him up, I'm going to be like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Which is good. I want that. Like, people think that you should love characters for them to be good. I'm like, oh no, I enjoy hating characters if they're done well. And I think that's what I would do to change this. I would make him a whiny, obnoxious brat. I would make him younger, not all the way younger. I would make him act younger than he was. Like, just make him like Kylo Ren in episode 7. I wasn't convinced that the people who made that movie realized that they had made an obnoxious, spoiled brat with the maturity of a 13-year-old. But that would be interesting here. Having an overly powerful, obnoxious, spoiled brat who throws temper tantrums and has the emotional maturity of a 13-year-old in his position would be really interesting. He could still have this whole I want a worthy challenger thing, but he could be a character instead of an archetype. And that would be an improvement, my friends. You need to be willing to let your characters be uncool. You need to be willing to make them flawed and not in a because they like to hurt people sort of way. You need to be able to let your villains have things that make them less effective, less serious, less something, and lean into it. Like, Nidhogg was like just so incredibly close-minded and hateful and one, like, Like, the fact that Nidhogg was willing to, like, throw away as many dragon lives without even caring. Like, you talk to some of the younger dragons, and they're like, yeah, we're not really comfortable with the fact that he sends us out to die. Does not care if we die or not. And I was like, man, I hate that guy. I didn't think I could hate him more, but I totally do. I still remember that. I remember Nidhogg. I've forgotten his name a few times because I'm bad with names, but I remember Nidhogg. And obviously, like, you know, Evil Church Dad was good and interesting. He was an archetype I've seen before, but he worked. Largely because he was so directly in opposition to, like, the perfect person, the perfect man, Emmerich. But I felt like Heaven's Word did a very good job, even when it was doing something that was a bit more archetypal. It did a very good job. I've heard so many people complain about Stormblood. I so desperately want to like it. And it's not that I dislike it. Because what it does well, it does so very well. But what it does poorly sticks out like a sore thumb, especially after Heaven's Word, which had some weak moments, but was by and large really solid. Like, I was sitting here like, if they kill Yugiri, I'll be frustrated. But I'm not gonna cry even though I like her, because this whole thing is stupid. Yeah, Thornton was interesting, and they even managed to do some interesting stuff there with antagonists I've never found interesting, because those solely existed to, like, serve the much more interesting human conflict with Thornton. Thank you, I couldn't remember what his name was. And the situation with Nidhogg is there for, like, this is the bigger, badder thing that you can't do anything about. It's too big and too strong for you. Like, I don't know. I could just talk a lot about how Heaven's Word is really good. Like, I've spoken to people who outright dislike Stormblood. But I've spoken to people who are like, it's fine, but it's not that good. I just think it's deeply, deeply, deeply flawed. And it's frustrating because I honestly think they have all the components they need to make something really outstanding. But they made some really poor decisions in narrative and character development. Hi, Reneman. Yes, you missed a thing. It was mostly me making fun of Golf Bag Prince, but I was really excited when the people showed up to save us and were really angry about everything. And it was awful and ugly instead of a great heroic moment. I thought that was fantastic. I really like that. But I'm sorry that it's not better. He's the Golf Bag Prince. So I haven't played Shadowbringers. I've just heard people talk about it. But the thing about Stormblood, and I've said this before, but for anyone who hasn't, like, watched me play all the way through Stormblood, the reason why I'm so hypercritical of it and why I have expectations is not just because it's following Heaven's Word. It's because it is so clearly created out of love for Final Fantasy VI, which is my favorite game of all time. And it is so clearly trying to tell exactly the sort of story that I like to tell. And so my concerns about it have nothing to do with, I haven't played Shadowbringers. I know that that's supposed to be really good. Heaven's Word was incredible. But what really gets me down about this is because of how much I like this kind of story. And, like, Final Fantasy VI has the advantage, as I've said before, of basically being as melodramatic and larger than life as an opera. Whereas Final Fantasy XIV is, at its best especially, a story, it's a much more Suikoden-like story of humanity and the good and bad therein. And that's great, but that demands more concrete and human villains. Unless you're going to do something like what they did with Nidhogg. Nidhogg doesn't, for all that, like, Nidhogg being like, I am grieving and angry and getting revenge. And for all that is like a human thing, Nidhogg doesn't approach it in a way that's relatable and human. There's something other, like older and more unknowable about the way Nidhogg wants revenge. So it's, even when it's archetypal, even when it's like that, it's like it's interesting, it's different. The political situation with Foundation, like that sort of thing, like there's a lot going on there. Stormblood is at its best when it is digging into the human side of its antagonists. So Yotsuyu and Fordola, I got her name there. But then they bring out the golf bag prince, and I'm just like, oh, which is what I'm like every time. Like every time the basement goths show up. Although they did some stuff with them that was good for like other character development because of the book talking man. What's his name? Yuri on Jay. They did some very interesting things with him and the stuff between Heavensward and Stormblood. So they could do more interesting stuff with the Empire than they've done, because they could do slightly more interesting stuff with the basement goths. I don't like them. I wish that they had. I would have loved for them to have something, anything interesting about this guy. Anything. You know, Nidhogg is a force of nature. Golfbag Prince is a dude. He's a person. He's got his own personal issues. Our characters hate him for personal reasons. He shouldn't be a force of nature. If he's going to be a force of nature, they should make him more unknowable. They shouldn't have him spouting generic dialogue. If he's supposed to be a force of nature, he should just not say anything. That would be fine. That would be fine. Or if they made him a little crazier, or a little more sadistic, or a little whinier, anything. Just give him something besides, I'm a generic evil prince from like a late 90s anime / JRPG. Like, no, thank you. He may get better, and that would be great. I would be really happy. Like, I didn't find Yotsuyu nearly as interesting until they started doing more with her. I don't know. Anyway, this has been Lauren Complains About Stormblood. But I complain about it because it could be really good, and because this is exactly the kind of story that I like to tell. If you would like to read stories that I have written, you can go to my AO3 account and read about my Final Fantasy VI story, in which I have a rebellion against an evil empire. I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, or they could have made it more flamboyant. They could have done so many things. Like, they don't even go with him being cold and emotionless. He's supposed to be bored. And they don't even make him interestingly bored. If he, like, literally yawned and cut people off because he was yawning, that would be more interesting. And yeah, I'm going to have to get... Yes, that's right, Fanaman. I'm writing Final Fantasy VI fanfic. It's 135,000 words, and it's full of melodrama. It's okay if you haven't even played the game, because it's sort of a novelization slash adaptation. I will eventually go back to writing my own stories, and then we can have rebellions and evil empires that are my original rebellions and evil empires, because I like those. But yeah, I may absolutely wind up saying that this works better, but if something doesn't work until you get to the point where it all comes together, you've done a bad job. If something becomes better when you get to the point and it comes together, then you've done a good job. But anything that's like you have to wait until you get past halfway through the game in order for the bad guy to be good, that's poor writing. Something didn't work. And it's from the complaints, from how prevalent the complaints I've heard about this game are, I'm willing to say that they failed to land for enough people that I can say that they did not succeed in whatever they were trying to do. But yeah, it would have been great if he like yawned and was just like, if you just wanted to slap him every time he spoke or something. I don't know, just something. Oh man, Freckles. Freckles is great. Freckles, I think, is going to be one of the best characters. If they kill him, I will be mad. How do I talk to you, Gosetsu? I'm trying to talk to Alice. Hi, Alice. I know what he was going through his head. Okay, good. Patiently awaiting your gratitude. Whatever, Alice, Alphino doesn't deserve this level of sass. Oh man, when Alphino is like, this is a really stupid plan. To be fair, the boy has learned. He has grown and he has matured. I love that he has grown and matured. Alice needs to have a character arc following his, but his character arc, Alphino, just so good. Best character in the game. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, he's the main character of the game. But we'll see what happens with Alice. I love this. He's just like, oh my god, she's doing what? L'Oreal going with her too? Oh my god. We need to get out there before they get themselves killed. Oh my god. Alice. Okay, Brenneman, I'm glad to know because I actually had to stop for a moment and be like, why are they even letting me pretend to roleplay a character? Because there's no character I would roleplay with the dialogue options I'm given to do this. I could go along with this because I want to try to stop her. I could go along with this to be like, look, I'm there. I'm here to get your bacon out of the fire. Is that a saying? I don't know what it is now. Like, I could see that. But there's no way I would be like, we're gonna go take him out, because it's so obviously a stupid decision, not just because it'll probably result in her dying, but because it might result in the entirety of Doma being punished for this, which is completely counterproductive for what we're trying to accomplish here. So it was really dumb. Like, even if we beat him, it wouldn't result in victory. It's such a stupid plan. Are we supposed to believe her that there's a chance that anything would come of this that would be positive, that it wouldn't just result in them just burning the entirety of the place to the ground? I don't know, but it was really dumb. Anyway, I don't believe Alice that she was composed, but I like the fact that she's like, well, unlike my brother, I wasn't worried. Alphino is a big ball of feelings, but I am a mature adult. Everyone's like, yes, Alice. Of course, Alice. We believe you, Alice. Offending, maiming, striking, scouting, none of these are things I do. But I have been told that I should get these to sell instead of the other things, so I'll do that. Alright, you say. Okay, so he did wind up getting something out of this. Okay, alright. I gotta say, I don't fully buy this yet, but I absolutely can see us getting there. So yeah. Alright, kid, don't get yourselves killed. Yugiri's like, nothing is hurt but my pride and also my body. Alright, so let us go riding off into the sunset. It's kinda, I don't know. Yeah, it was a terrible and reckless plan, but for reasons that Yugiri could not possibly have anticipated, it worked out okay for now. This way? You can't actually, oh, okay, this was actually one of the things that I did. I really want to get this thing. I'm sorry, folks. We're gonna see if we can. I don't know if we can. I think we might hit a hard block. Oh yeah, there's like this whole like mountain range thing happening. Northeast. Whoa, that person just went by unglowing. Crazy. I really like this song. Okay, well, I think I might have gone too far. I'm gonna try one more time, and then we're gonna give up on this and go where we're supposed to go. Okay, yeah. Looks like we're doing this wrong. Yes, a pity rebellion. Kind of. Kind of. I like that it's more complicated than that. I like that they want to rebel. They feel awful. Like it hurts them, everything that they've had to do to survive. You know? So I like that they're like angry and sick and sad and miserable and just all of these things. Like I think it's good, which is why when he's like, we can do it, but then again, he's clearly riding like the endorphins of surviving that. Oh my god, you lost your grandchild. Oh no, that is not good. Please don't lose your grandchild. How do you lose your grandchild? Yes, no, they do a very good job of conveying the hopelessness both here and in Giravania. Like, I think that and the complexity of this situation is what's good about Stormblood. Like, I think that they are at their best when they are conveying the hopelessness of the situation, when they are showing people beaten down so that when people do decide to rise up, it's not just a simple case of, like, seeing the Tenkai Star and being like, yeah, we can do it. Which, I mean, obviously I love Suikoden very much, but like, that is kind of a thing sometimes. I think I have to jump down there again. Oh, hold on. Here we go. Bochimi. Yeah, things are bad here. Hello, Kohagi. We'll get all of your quests. Wax slow then fast. Okay, so we're supposed to go to the river and do some stuff. Okay. Should have gotten those quests earlier, but I didn't. For what? No, you've got nothing to apologize for. Honestly, nobody could blame you for how you handled things. Like, nobody could blame you. At least they shouldn't. So now what are we gonna do? This is the, like, everything's okay music, but everything's not okay, guys. This is not so good.
How are you feeling, my lady?
Much the better for my comrades' ministrations and your most generous hospitality. You need not worry.
Are those persimmons? Those are persimmons.
Good. If there is anything else we can do for the two of you, anything at all, just ask.
No, 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 no. You should not be apologizing to us. You should not be trying to take care of us. We should be desperately trying to figure out how we're going to defend you. I don't understand this. I don't understand this. They've done such a good job of conveying the danger and how afraid these people are and how justified their fear is that this is... I feel like I'm missing something here. This kid is great. I want to
Stare any harder and you're like to burn a hole in them. Go and say your piece, for goodness sake.
Go, Setsu.
I've got nothing more to say to them. I'm going to find out how the others are getting on.
That's right. Have complicated feelings, kid. You should. This is a complicated situation. Gosetsu was using his inside voice. Aren't you proud of him? Kind of.
Gosetsu, Mistress Alize, I owe you an apology.
This is true.
I acted with reckless disregard for my own safety and endangered I know not how many others in so doing.
That is absolutely correct, Yugiri, and I'm sorry, but you have been demoted from the rank of adult. Officially.
Scorning your wise counsel, I knowingly defied our master's wishes and left you no choice but to follow suit.
Nonsense. I followed our master's wishes to the letter. Consider once more his words, and the intent therein. In offering his head, he but sought to shield his people from harm, loyal retainers included. You must value your life more highly, Shadow Walker.
On the other hand, your recklessness did serve as an inspiration to many. Mayhap you should not be so hard on yourself.
Don't encourage her, Alice.
In any event, if you must apologize profusely, it seems only right that you expend as much effort thanking the one person who supported your plan from the first.
That's not actually me, Alice. I did not actually support her plan. Even
But it
remotely.
does. There are no words which will suffice. But thank you.
It was a terrible idea. But I'm glad I was there to make sure you didn't die.
And there they are!
Yay! Oh my god, Lise. You're such a dork.
12 be praised. When I learned of your rather questionable plot to assassinate Xenos, I feared we would need to recruit a new primal slayer.
See, Alphino is being sassy, but in a like more grown-up way. Like, he's definitely matured. I love him.
I'm sorry we couldn't be there. Alize made me swear to stay behind no matter what. I think she was worried I'd hurl myself at Xenos the moment I set eyes on him.
Gosh. How could she possibly have gotten that idea? I don't know, Lise. That's absolutely ridiculous that she might think that could happen. This is what I'm saying. Alphino, will you come and be our grown-up and party? Oh my god, Alphino. Consider who he's up against. Oh my god. You're all a bunch of children.
What?
Did they look to her as though she's going to be the primal slayer? Amazing, Alice. Amazing.
You'll forgive me for changing the subject, but now would seem a good time to discuss where we go from here. Though the Empire has yet to retaliate, the fact remains that we have revealed our presence and signaled our intentions in so doing. It is only a matter of time before the Imperials move against us.
No, that's... Okay, I can't keep track of anyone's classes. Because we had grown-up scions. We did. We had multiple ones. I would even say that Thancred was capable of being a grown-up when necessary. Sometimes. Now he's super grown-up. His character arc was that he went super dark and grown-up. Oh, see, I don't know. I'm really not good at classes. I don't know what class... Why was Thancred a gladiator? Were there just not any rogue archetypes for him to be? Okay. Okay. Alright, thank you. Yeah, because there's another time he flirts with Yugiri because, like, she's got knives and he's got knives. And he's like, yeah, because I had somehow missed that he was supposed to be a rogue. It was a great moment. You would have all been very, very pleased. Because I had been like, I don't like any of the sides or anything like that. And Thancred had been possessed by Laha Brea. The bread. Laha bread. And you all know how I feel about the basement goths. And he was the worst of them all. And so, like, I just completely was like, oh no, Thancred's yet another scion that I don't like. I just don't care about the scions. They're really boring and uninteresting. And then they, like, take the mask off and Thancred is Thancred. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Who knows? But then Thancred threw a knife and flirted with Yugiri. And I was like, okay, I would remember if you had been like that at any point in the past. Hello, new favorite character. Now, like the rest of the Scions at the time, he was pretty flat as an archetype rather than a fleshed out character. But I was like, I mean, I'm not going to complain if you're going to give me a charming rogue. But I had to like ask my friends, I was like, since when is Thancred a charming rogue? I would have noticed. But yeah, I was very excited about that. So yes, Thancred was a charming rogue. Now he's being broody and he grew some questionable facial hair. He became a little less broody after we got some closure with Minfilia, though. But yeah, so there was a moment just now where they were like, where when Alphino was like, we'll have to find somebody else who can slay primals, and everyone looked at Alice, and she's like, what? And I'm like, oh, this is supposed to be significant. Is Alice going to become like another warrior of light? I wonder, because the twins do have like destiny and somebody else's shadow and footsteps, footprints, boots. I did not start in Ul'dah. So instead I bet I wouldn't have hated Ida as much if I hadn't started in Gridania. But I started in Gridania. Yeah, but the twins, do you mind? I know that we're trying to get through a plot scene here. Oh, okay. Alice not trusting her to launch herself at Xenos. Okay, that's fair, Drew. Fine, then I'll stop reading into this. Thanks, Brenneman. Have a good evening. Thank you for dropping by. I hope you do all right. I need to catch up with you at some point soon. Gridania wasn't very... Like, there were a bunch of factors that made me not interested in the stuff in Gridania. I probably should have started somewhere else. But I still hold... Oh, God. I was an archer and then a bard. It's my first MMO. I couldn't figure out how the game worked until sometime like a year and a half or 2 years into playing the game. Like, even on a basic level. It's a terrible fit. That's why I switched to Red Mage, which is probably the easiest thing to keep track of ever. I love it. It's amazing. So, yeah. Never looked back. Still don't understand how Bard works. Just gonna stick to Red Mage. Maybe eventually I'll branch out. But I can get in a Verraise occasionally, so I'm pretty pleased with my Red Mage progress. No, I still feel that this is ultimately, as far as character development goes, going to be the twins' story. So if Heavensward is Alphino's story, which it absolutely is, this is, I think, Alice's story, although it doesn't feel quite as overwhelmingly her story as it did his last time. So I feel like he's still more the central character. Also, it was his expansion and she didn't show up. This is technically, from my perspective, her expansion, and yet he still keeps showing up. So I think Alphino is our central character of Final Fantasy XIV. I think he's the main character. And I know that at the end of Endwalker, I think Endwalker is supposed to conclude a plot arc. So my guess is that it's going to be the conclusion of Alphino's plot. I suspect we're going to have, and again, please no spoilers. If you're on our Discord, you can be yelling about this in stream spoilers. I think we're going to have twin versus twin or something like that coming up. I don't know how, but I am choosing to read into the fact that Endwalker seems to be very much Final Fantasy XIV. So either there's going to be a third Levailleur that is on the moon, which could happen, in which case, hello, Final Fantasy IV. Or I think there's going to be some sort of a conflict between them. But I want there to be a third Levailleur. I think that'd be really interesting and a really nice throwback to Secret Brothers. But we'll see. Yeah, I should probably go and do the Binding Coils of Bahamut so I can see the previous Alice stuff. I also need to finish the other one. She didn't have Heaven's Word screen time, though. Heaven's Word was the one that was the Alpha No expansion. A Realm Reborn was just kind of had no direction. Sorry, A Realm Reborn. Alexander? No. No, the other one where you go into the void. Oh, what's it called? Crystal Tower. Thank you. I need to finish that, which means I'm going to have to start over watching their cutscenes. Doesn't that one have Nemo? Didn't Nemo get sucked into the void in it? I should probably go through that. Because I'm interested in the void because it's where it has to do with the kid whose story I'm very, very interested in. Whose name I will never remember. I'm really interested in that plot. I assume that's going to be some sort of an overarching thing, and it is interesting. Yes, okay, thank you. All right, we'll go through and do that at some point. But let us continue here. I'll say is like, anyway, we should probably make sure that we don't get everyone here killed and we don't get killed.
Given that we lack the strength to oppose them, 'tis plain some manner of brilliant stratagem is required. Therefore, I yield the floor to the preeminent tactician of our time with whom I was privileged to share a room.
Oh my god, Alice. Oh my god. I do appreciate her particular flavor of sass. It's a very distinctive kind of sass. Oh man. Why do you guys wear platform shoes? I love Alphino.
If you insist. While in Kagane, we debated a number of approaches and were eventually forced to concede that we cannot look to the Alliance for aid.
I don't dunk on my sister. Just saying. I like Alice. She hasn't, maybe because I missed like her earlier stuff, she hasn't really grown on me as much as some of the other characters, but...
Even were it possible to ferry sufficient forces and materiel from Eorzea in a timely manner, such a massive undertaking would not long escape the attention of the Empire. It would be a miracle if our ships reached the shore.
I'm very glad we have a strategist. If this were Dynasty Warriors, he would have
Fortunately,
a fan.
according to Tataru and Hancock's intelligence, the Empire has withdrawn most of its forces from Doma in the past year, leaving her relatively unguarded.
Yeah, that's probably not good though, still. She's a little combo indicator on her sass action. Thank you, Dr. Sweets. That's amazing. I want to save that and share it with my friend who's like the biggest Alice fan. He would be very excited. It's a very good line. It's a very good line. You did well.
That being the case, a popular uprising spearheaded by the full might of the Doman Liberation Front may feasibly be sufficient to threaten the seat of provincial government, namely Doma Castle. 'Twould be rather easier said than done, of course, but I have seen worse plans prevail.
Oh man.
Then we must needs meet with Lord Hien and convince him to return. For there is no surer way to inspire our people to rise up as one.
That's true. We can report back to your boss that the people do seem like they want to stand against the Empire.
He desired proof of his subjects' conviction, and they have provided it, through no lesser deed than openly opposing Xenos himself.
Gosetsu is no longer using his inside voice. She has such nice hair.
It will work. It has to work. And next time, we will defeat him.
I am not convinced that's true, but I'm glad that the rest of the party is feeling optimistic. Okay, I need to put together a Doman outfit. I don't know that I believe the third time is going to be the charm. We're gonna have to figure out how his thing works. His golf bag. I think I figured it out, but... Oh. Okay. It's a whole bunch of young folks. Let's see. There's the theme. do you choose to do in an impossible situation? Alright. Hold on. Well, I guess we'll go and trade that other thing in at some point, so. Hello, Gosetsu. The fishing trip. Alright, we'll go find him. I hope I like him. Alright. See, look at all those exclamation points. Gosetsu is decidedly not using his inside voice. Alright, Lise, I figured as much. Just don't go getting us all killed, alright? Mr. Bruce Wayne just ran past. Amazing. There's a whole lot of people here. This is great. Hello, Alphino? This would be... Oh, you'll come up with something, I'm sure. Beloved king returning to urge his countrymen to rise up in rebellion. Charleon and Ilda. I don't know enough about Charleon. Thank you, Alphino! Are you thinking of Emmerich? Oh, that is disappointing, Rock. Yes, he's talking about Emmerich. Not himself, I'll say. Don't sass him for that. No, I want to go find Lord Hien. Oh, okay, so they're gonna stay behind. Okay. Well, they're fine. They've got plot armor. Alphino doesn't appear to be wearing platforms. Alice just wants to be taller than him. That's why she's wearing platform boots. Amazing. Hello, friends. I will indeed. This is a good plan. Elise. You're one to talk. Oh, is he coming with us? Come with us, come with us, come with us. No. Oh. All right. You're young enough, you deserve to be hopeful. You deserve to have optimism. You deserve to have a little naivete. He does. Alright. I guess we're gonna have a cutscene. So much returning in that quest. Oh boy, that's right, we have meanwhiles in this. It's an interesting decision. Alright, Yotsuyu, what horrible things are you doing?
I would expect no less of Bahamut's conqueror. Prepare the airship. His Radiance will not object. We have fulfilled our obligations here. I would see this prize for myself.
Isn't Bahamut's conqueror, Grandpa? I'm pretty sure that references Grandpa. What has he left us? Huh. They use their meanwhiles very intentionally with what little we see. Oh, Omega, okay. That's probably difficult to animate, but it is worth it. It's very worth it.
Do you understand why I appointed you to act in my stead? You, whose only accomplishment was to whisper the right words in the right ear. Because of your petty hatreds. They render you the perfect instrument to bleed your kinsman of hope. To make an example of Doma, such as was ordered. Listen well. If you yield Doma to the rebels, you will not be given another chance to beg forgiveness. Do your duty now, or die with the rest of them.
Okay.
Oh, are you all right, my lady? That was uncalled for.
That's his most interesting scene in the game so far. Don't you dare touch her.
Oh.
Yep. That is, yep. She's got to exert her control somehow.
They say your Eorzean is helping the rebels.
She has to exert her power on others so that she can feel that she has power and control over her life, because she is terrified of being powerless, and yet she is saddled with powerlessness because of the Empire.
I want her dead. I want her friends dead. I want the heads of everyone she knows and loves mounted on the castle walls.
All right, they're going to go after somebody that we care about.
You mean I can finally go after her?
No, but see, in this way, she's different from Kefka. And I like that. Like I said, like she definitely, I feel like she's filling in some ways the role of Kefka. So it'd be very interesting if she winds up gaining superpowers, basically, somehow. And that being a very bad thing. But this is what they never gave Kefka this level of depth, and he didn't need it, but she does, and she has it, and I like that. It's very good. She is absolutely despicable, and yet she has human reasons why she is the way she is. You can't just say she's evil because we need a bad guy. A little smile on both of them.
I've been waiting for this chance. I promise you, my lady, she won't escape this time. Not this time, oh no.
So he's actually serving the role of comic relief here, but in a way that doesn't break the seriousness of what we just saw. Because it's pretty messed up to see, like the way, like the fact that Xenos pulled her hair. That is so dehumanizing and disrespectful, which is exactly what they want to convey with him. But him like saying racial slurs and insulting people doesn't, it feels empty and generic. Him lifting her up by her hair because there is nothing she can do about it, and he doesn't want to give her the dignity. It's violating. Like, that is interesting. That is horrifying. Like, yes, he's murdering people, but they haven't shown it to us in a way that feels distinctive and uniquely horrifying. It feels like generic bad. That's why this was his most interesting action. But yeah, so this guy being a goofball here is like a little bit funny, which you need a little bit of funny, because you're like, I feel kind of uncomfortable about that. Like, I don't know if you saw the look on my face when that happened. But they don't want to break it with actual outright comedy. So he's a very good choice the way this is happening. Because it's not technically comedy, but it's a little bit funny. A little bit of levity. Oh, another meanwhile. Can you do that? Can you stack your meanwhiles? I mean, obviously you can. They're doing it. Wait.
Aye. This is the place. When his shade was banished, you swore to leave this life behind. And yet here you are.
Oh my god. That's an axe, not a spear, I think. Who is this slight person? His shade was banished. I have no idea at all what is going on here. Oh, 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 oh!
Yet, if this be
Yes! Okay, I thought his armor looked familiar.
what do you have but to end it? Or so the boy would say. Damn you, Alphino.
I was like, I had this like gut reaction of like something here looks familiar. Like it looks like it's Ishgardian style armor. And I thought I recognized that spear, which is why I was asking. I was like, no, it can't be a spear. You know, it's not his armor, but it looks, I think it looks Ishgardian. And that's, but I saw the spear, and I was, that is why I asked if it was an axe or a spear. Because I thought it was a spear, and I thought it might be Estinian. But I was like, no. So then it's his shade, so he's talking about Nidhogg. I was like, there's no way that that is right, so I'm not even going to say it out loud. Surely they won't be doing that in this thing that is different. That this is not, you know, I thought his, and then the Return of the Heavensward music. It's so nice to see his face. Yes! Oh my god, it feels so good to hear the Heavensward music and to see him. Oh man, that's a good scene to end on, which is what we're going to do because it's 10 o'clock and I have other things I should do. I didn't recognize his voice. I think he sounded a little less brooding. But I recognized his spear and I was like, is this Estinian talking about Nidhogg? I did actually think that, but I was like, no. I have no idea what it would be in the context of Stormblood. Good night, Drew. Thanks so much for joining. And Rack, I'm glad that you could make it. Yeah, no, it is interesting that Alphino is the one who sticks with him, just like Emmerich is the one that sticks with Alphino, I think. Although, honestly, with Alphino, like, it was like the whole course of everybody. But it's, oh man. Oh, I'm so happy. I didn't think they were going to bring in Friends to Heavensward. I thought this was going to be more self-standing. But I'm happy about that. Thank you all for joining. Thank you all for joining. Thanks, Dr. Sweets. This is the usual day and time, yes. I don't know if we'll be streaming next week because I might be doing something, but I will keep you posted. But yes, I start at 8 p.m. Eastern time, and we have a 2-hour stream on Wednesdays because I usually play with with my friends that I play with beforehand. So I start later and have a shorter stream than usual. Yeah, Karsten, I'm beginning to see that. No worries, Rack. I do always post about it on our Discord. There's a special channel called Stream News that literally only gets posted in by me or FlutyBot when I go live. So that's one way of knowing when I've gone live. If that's a thing that you are interested in, you are more than welcome to join us in our Discord. Anyone is welcome to join us in our Discord if you want to. We have a special channel specifically for talking about spoilers that I don't see. So if you want to like yell about Final Fantasy XIV spoilers, that's where to do it. And you're welcome to it. And you can just mute anything else if you want to. Like, it's totally fine. Or you're welcome to hang out with us. Like, it'd be nice to have new friends. Some of us talk a lot, but we're always happy to have new folks. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and shut down Bad Cold the Frozen. Very nice. I really appreciate you all being here. Tomorrow we're gonna do Hades. Saturday is a concert. If you haven't left yet, Saturday is a concert, which I should have talked about before. But you should come and check that out. It will be on Bonus Stage Van. I talked about it at the beginning of stream, and I'll be talking about it again tomorrow. But definitely, like, I will go live on this channel and be hosted there. So this channel will remind you, and then you will go there and hang out, and it'll be good. Anyway, good night, everybody. Thank you all so much for joining me. I will see some of you tomorrow for Hades. And we will talk more about my crazy Halloween plan as it comes to fruition. And yeah. Good night. Bye.